What's up guys, it's Bastian here coming at you with another Flesh and Blood unboxing video, and today we're looking at an interesting one. This is the first and so far the only Classic Battles package, Rhinar versus Dorinthea. And first things first, you actually get a little bit more bang for your buck when you buy one of these. You obviously get two decks, but you also get a playmat, albeit it's only a paper playmat. You also get I believe you also get a how to learn kind of instruction on the playmat itself, and there's a nice little sort of book for the background of these characters. On first impressions, the box in itself has a little bit of a foiling, so if you turn it the right way, you're just about to be able to pick up some glistening elements, especially on the armor of Dorinthea there. Doesn't really show through the camera. Let me see if I can maybe get a better. I don't know how much of that does come through, but you do get a little bit of a glistening effect. And the packaging, Magic used to use these packaging for the dual decks, which I absolutely adored when they were a thing. So I do like that this packaging, makes me reminiscent of that time. I do enjoy something that you can just, buy off the shelf and play it. No strings attached. Get something for yourself and your buddy or somebody who you might want to introduce to the game, and then that's that. You don't have to buy any packs, you don't have to buy anything else. And actually, I remember using the Jace versus Raska and using the Kiora versus Elspeth as sort of like an intro to Magic with people that were like kind of, oh, okay, show me what's this about. And we would play a couple of games, we would switch the decks around if they wanted to, and just had fun, and you can easily have a lovely afternoon just kind of doing that. Nothing special there. So these two decks should be somewhat balanced. That's what most of the videos say, at least. That's it. Got the box empty there. So as I said, we do have, okay, we got the two decks here. We have a neat little booklet. It's kind of the size of some rule books with just background story. Now, I think this is cool. I do find stuff like this very cool. So this side is for Dorinthea, this side is for Rhinar. And you can have a read through as to what they do, how they became who they are. And you got a pretty cool looking poster in the middle there as well. So you can peruse that. And indeed, as I said before, we get a playmat. Now playmats I can't really show well through the camera, but hopefully you guys get the idea. It's very flimsy paper. That's the one thing I picked up is the paper is flimsy. Nevertheless, you at least do get a playmat, and indeed it does have some learn to play elements on it. Actually, I'm just looking at it now. There is no specific artwork on this, so there you go. It's just showing you the combat chain. Chain link 1 starts here, but this is definitely something that is good for a new player. I think this is realistically a starter pack in disguise as Classic Battles. If you think about it like that, if you think about it like this is a two-player starter set, then all of a sudden it becomes it makes a little bit more sense. And we do get some nice cold foil cards in here too. So let's start with Rhinar and look at his deck. I see a bone vizier on top. Open this up. Okay. Pull tabs. I love pull tabs. They're so good, so important. So we get a nice cold foil bone vizier. Although I must say, I think I am more of a fan of the rainbow foils, but that's just me. So this is the head equipment for him. When Bone Vizier is destroyed, reveal the top card of your deck. If it has 6 or more attack, put it on top of your deck. Otherwise, put it on the bottom, and it has Blade Break. When the combat chain closes, if this defended, destroy it. So you can get quite some function out of this Bone Vizier. That's actually pretty good. We also have a Blossom Springs, which has had the same foiling treatment. This is for the chest. As an action, destroy Blossom of Springs and gain 1 resource, go again. Ironhide Gauntlet, same treatment. This is for the arms, when you defend with Ironhide Gauntlet, you see I'm not quite sure if we have... Anyway, we did go for Rhinar. I'm just like, this is a very fancy looking gauntlet for Rhinar, who's, well, he's kind of like a barbarian in a way, like an orc barbarian. Nothing better than opening cards with a cup of coffee in the morning. When you defend with Ironhide Gauntlet, you may pay 1 if you do it against +2 defense, and when the combat chain closes, destroy Ironhide Gauntlet. It's actually good, just 2 defense out of nowhere is pretty good. Ironhide Legs, same story, but you get this for your legs. And we get Rhinar, and Rhinar also has the cold foiling. Actually, Rhinar looks very nice with the cold foiling, I must admit. Let me show you guys him a bit closer. Focus. Here we go. So he's 4-hand, 20 health, brute hero, young naturally. Whenever you discard a card with 6 or more attack during your action phase, intimidate. And intimidate was a new keyword when this deck came out, and basically what it says, when you intimidate, you look at target opponent and they banish a face down random card from their hand. At the beginning of the end phase, return the card to its owner's hand. So it gives you some card advantage for a little while, but they do get to return it back into their hand at the beginning of the end phase. But for the so basically it allows you to be more efficient in your attacks because they have less of a chance to give you good blocks. We also get another foil, Bone Basher, and this is, well, many people say it's a very basic weapon, but at the end of the day, you do get a 4 attack in. It does cost you 2 resource though. But it does look nice with the foiling, and of course all these cards have an actual card back, they're not tokens. It's a 2-handed weapon club. I think it's a pretty nice setup, and we get the rest of our deck. So this is one of those pre-con blitz decks that do come with a mentor. Focus. Get the focus in. There we go. When Rookatan is face down in Arsenal at the start of your turn, you may turn him face up. When Rookatan is face up in Arsenal, whenever you play a card with 6 or more attack, intimidate, and put a lesson counter. Then there are 2 more lesson counters on Rookatan. Banish him, search your deck for Alpha Rampage, put it face up in Arsenal, and shuffle. And of course, then we get to see Alpha Rampage right there. This is a Rhinar specialization. As an additional cost to play Alpha Rampage, discard a random card, and when you attack with Alpha Rampage, intimidate. And it is a 3 cost, 1 pitch, 9 attack, 3 defense. It is majestic, and so is the mentor. Although I don't get these things because I think the mentors are only in these decks, so making them majestic is basically pointless. And as soon as you put any majestic card in a pre-con deck, I think they do lose value. But majestic is a high level of rarity. Just chugging down the coffee here. So I think this is a go-tall deck when we're trying to have 1 attack per turn. but very high damage output, which, in decks where you don't really have much draw power, which we've seen in previous Blitz precons that I've opened, not much draw power in there, so going the wide strategy can be a bit difficult if you don't really have any additional way of boosting your hand. Um, anyway, we got Beast Mode here. It's a rare, so we get the 2. Wow. If you've intimidated this turn, Beast Mode gains +2 attack. That's pretty cool. I mean, you are trying to intimidate. That is your thing. Then you get Pack Hunt. When you attack with Pack Hunt, intimidate. Very similar to Beast Mode in terms of the damage and the defense. However, it is a 2 resource cost card, so it's a little bit cheaper. We got Bare Fangs. When you attack with Bare Fangs, draw a card, then discard a random card. If a card with 6 or more attack is discarded, this way Bare Fangs gains +2 attack. Wild Ride. When you attack with Wild Ride, draw a card and discard a random card. If a card with 6 or more is discarded, this way Wild Ride's gains go again. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we got Wrecking Ball here. This is another rare. When you attack with Wrecking Ball, draw a card and discard a random card. And guess what? If a card with 6 or more attack is discarded, this way Intimidate. Very similar to what we saw on I think it was Bare Fangs. Very similar to Bare Fangs. Bit more costly. So 2 Wrecking Ball, Awakening Bellow, Intimidate, and then the next Brute Attack action card you play this turn gains +3 attack, and you have Go Again as well. This is a Brute action, and you can of course defend with it. And then we got 2 yellow Pack Call. When you defend with Pack Call, reveal the top card of your deck. If it has 6 or more attack, put it on top of your deck, otherwise put it on the bottom. So far, all the cards I think we've seen have 6 attack minimum. So you're quite likely to hit those triggers, which is, again, it's really cool that with these decks, at least they really go all in on that particular strategy that they sell you. 2 yellow Smash Instinct, 3 cost when you attack with Smash Instinct. Intimidate, of course, 6 attack. Then we just have Blanket Smash with Big Tree, vanilla attack for 6, but it's still 6. Same for Muscle Mutt. It is a little bit more expensive, but at least you can defend with it. Raging Onslaught, 6 attack, 3 defense. Again, a 3 cost yellow. Wounded Bull, 3 cost, 6 attack, 2 defense. When you play Wounded Bull, if you have less health than an opposing hero, it gains +1 attack. So that's good. More rare. Barraging Beatdown. Intimidate, then your next Brute attack this turn gains while this card is defended by less than 2 non-equipment cards. It has +3 attack, and it gives you Go Again. These Barraging Beatdowns are pretty cool, and they, they have given us quite a few rares. Now I don't know the cost of the rare, it's probably not too high, but they have given you cool rares. Blue, Rally the Rear Guard. Once per turn, instant. Discard a card. Rally the Rear Guard gains +3 defense. Activate this ability only while Rally the Rear Guard is defending. Wrecker Rump as an additional cost to play Wrecker Rump. Discard a random card, but again, it is a 6 attack card. Come to fight. The next attack action card you play this turn gains +1 attack, and it has Go Again, so it's a bit of an extra buff for you. Clearing Bellow. Intimidate, Go Again. Again, it's good for the Intimidate thing. Then we got Dodge. It's just a 2 defense reaction. It's cool because it doesn't cost anything, and you have to pay for defense reactions. And you can pitch it for 3 resources too, which is probably what you're going to do. And we also have Titanium Bauble. It is a generic resource, and you can just pitch it for 3 resources, and this is the Rhinar deck. On face value, I like it. I mean, there are a few cards that are just vanilla, they don't do anything. But I think for a deck that is aimed at beginners, which I am, then I must say that at least it is not too overwhelming. Which, I will put my vote down by there. I don't have a massive issue with a few cards not having any text on them. It just kind of allows you to stress less about knowing each card in your hand. Mm. Let's quickly. Oh, do we get? Yeah, we do get an adult Rhinar there. There you go. Reckless Rampage. So let's look at Dorinthea as well. And I believe Dorinthea is all about her weapon attacks. So first of all, we got equipment, Iron Raw Helm, and it gives you 1 defense. Blossom of Spring. We saw this with Rhinar as well. As an action, destroy it, gain 1 resource and go again. It's for the chest. Gallantry Gold is cool. That seems to be a good addition into warrior decks. We definitely saw this in the Bolton deck too, and I think this is a pretty cool little equipment. It's for the arms. 1 cost action, destroy it. Your weapon attacks gain +1 this turn and go again after that. And you have Battle Worn. You can defend for 1 once and then it's destroyed. Then we got Iron Rod Legs. Again, just a 1 defense equipment there. Nice. And then, of course, we have Dorinthea, Quicksilver Prodigy. This card looks really cool in the foiling style because when the camera decides to focus, I'm just showing you guys the foiling there. I think for sort of the kind of artwork and border design that you get on the warriors and of course on light heroes really makes this kind of foiling pop. The first time Dawnblade Resplendent attacks go again each turn, you may attack an additional time with it this turn. And it's 4 hand, 20 health. So this is one of those things where you're stuck with the weapon. If you want to play Dorinthea Quicksilver Prodigy and you want to use that effect, you have to run the Dawnblade Resplendent. Luckily you get a beautiful foil version of it. Once per turn action for 1, you attack. It's a 2 attack weapon. The second time you attack with Dawnblade each turn gains +1 until end of turn. So you can tell what this deck's gonna do. It will be a lot of go agains. Okay, let's start with the Mentor. Set it up. Focus. Lovely. So while he's face up in your arsenal, whenever a sword attack you control hits, it gains go again and put a lesson counter on Hala. 2 or less encounters allow you to sack it and search your deck for Glistening Steelblade, put it into your arsenal, then shuffle. And clearly, Glistening Steelblade is going to be the next card. I love that it's not just thrown together. You find a card, no. This have been packaged specifically so you can tell what the card does and you can find the next card. Glistening Steelblade is the specialization for Dorinthea. Your next Dawnblade attack this turn gains go again. Whenever Dawnblade hits a hero this turn, put a +1 counter on it. And then we got On Guard. Your next weapon attack this turn gains +3. Go again. Fantastic. Second Swing. If you have attacked with a weapon this turn, your next attack this turn gains +4 attack. Go again. Fantastic. Fits into the deck very well. Warrior's Valor. Your next weapon attack this turn gains +3 attack, and when this attack hits, it gains go again. What a surprise. These all basically give you the same stuff for the same price, with minor differences. They all cost 1. And we got Sharpened Steel. Your next weapon attack this turn gains +3. Go again. Again, same story. This doesn't cost you anything. That's pretty cool for a warrior attack. And then we have a yellow run through. Target sword attack gains go again. Your next sword attack this turn gains +2 attack. This is 2 rares that we get here. I haven't been checking on the other rares. The warrior's valor is also rare. Thrust. Target sword attack gains +3 attack. It's red. Red in the swing. Playing the swing only if you have attacked 2 or more times with weapons this turn. Target weapon attack gains +3. This will be really cool for Bolton as well, actually. Iron Song response, red. Reprise. If the defending hero has defended with a card from their hand this chain link, your weapon attacks gain +3 attack. Driving Blade, your next weapon attack this turn gains +2 attack and go again. Go again. Very cool, actually. Very cool. Slice and Dice, yellow. The first time you attack with a weapon this turn, if it's a sword or dagger, it gains +1. The second time you attack with a weapon this turn, if it's a sword or dagger, it gains +2, and go again. On a Knife Edge, your next sword attack this turn gains go again. Go again. Out for Blood, yellow. Target weapon attack gains +2 attack. Reprise. If the defending hero has defended with a card from their hand this chain link, your next attack this turn gains +1 attack. Of course, these can all defend for 2s and 3s as well, so that's pretty cool. Blue Hit and Run. Your next weapon attack this turn gains go again. If you have attack with a weapon this turn, your next attack this turn gains +1 attack. Go again. 2 of these. Visit the Blacksmith. Your next sword attack this turn gains +3. Sorry, +1. Go again, because it's blue. Blade Flash. Target sword attack gains go again. You're just gonna be going again all the time if you want to. Blue Toughen Up. This is fairly straightforward. I love that they actually explain the defense reaction on this. Defense reaction can be played from hand or arsenal to defend. Toughen Up costs 2 to play. So you have to pay for defense reactions. And also it tells you that you can arsenal defense reactions. Actually, a card that you can use to defend from your arsenal. You can't use any other cards to defend from your arsenal. And we got blue Sigil of Solace. It's another rare and it gains you 1 health. It's a generic instant. And we got 2 of this. And we have red Flock of the Feather Walkers. As an additional cost to play Flock of the Feather Walkers, reveal a card in your hand will cost 1 or less. We have quite a few of those. When you attack with Flock of the Feather Walkers, create a Quicken token. Do we get Quicken tokens? We get 1. Okay. And we got 2 Titanium Bauble. Exactly how we had in Rhinar. So the Quicken token says is a generic token aura. When you play an attack action card or attack with weapon, destroy Quicken and the attack gains go against this. Like you can bank a little go again for yourself. And we get the Dorinthea Iron Song Adult Full Art card here as well. Cool. Yeah, I mean, to me, on face value, Dorinthea seems more fun because you at least get to do a little bit more combo with how many attacks you get in. But it is very restricted to the weapon that it has. So, you know, if this would be something that you then want to flush out, you have to be aware of the fact that you really have to keep Dawnblade Resplendent. Is it a problem? Not necessarily. I mean, again, I'm just thinking in like sort of fantasy terms. Many heroes get bonded to the weapon that they use. And this one is, yeah, I mean, you really don't want to play Quicksilver Prodigy without this weapon. Unless there's like a different version of this weapon, which could obviously come out in the future. I do like the foils that you get in these decks, I must admit. I think they look pretty neat. Again, I think value-wise, you kind of have to just appreciate the fact that you get 2 well, I guess balanced decks against each other, and you get quite a few of the foils. So if there's one particular equipment here that you want to get, or you like the foiling, I think both Rhinar's foiling and Dorinthea's foiling look pretty cool. I must admit I do like this. I like the character with the cold foil. I'm not that fussed about the weapons with the cold foil. But anyway, that is Basayan for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed this venture into this Classic Battles deck here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'm really trying to hit 500 now. It will mean a lot for me to get to 500. And check out my other videos if you haven't yet. I will see you guys next time. Basayan signing out. Peace.